Trish from Trisha's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Happy Monday night, everybody. As an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I like to throw that in now so you know what I'm all about. I am going to show you a card tonight that is inspired by another demonstrator whose name I can't pronounce, but I'm going to spell at some point. How are you? How was your week? Hopefully you had a chance to catch the the golf open that was in England. It was amazing. I know you people don't all watch golf, but you really need to consider starting because it's amazing. The tournament was great. What little bit I got to see of it, and I listened a lot on the radio. I know golf on the radio, but the announcers are really good. What else can I tell you? Oh yes, it's important to know that we only have 6 more Sundays until the official start of football. Let's keep everything in perspective. And those are my fun things. And then I had a little bit of a challenging week because my mother-in-law was in the hospital last week and she was very, very ill. Thankfully doing better and discharged yesterday, but keep her in your prayers. She needs to get a lot of rest, eat good food, drink a lot of fluids, and she's not always the most compliant patient. You know those patients. So just keep her in your prayers, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks she'll get her strength back and kind of be back to her old self. That's what we're hoping for. So 2 announcements. Let's see. First announcement is a reminder for anyone that's in the Orlando area. August 1st is the sign-up date for Karen and I's retreat day. It's called Crafts, Chicks, and Chocolate. So you figure out which part I contributed to the title. And it's $75. There's a limit of 10 spaces because we're doing it at Karen's house. Sign up is on August 1st at 9 a.m. You will Venmo Karen the $75, and that's how you reserve your space. I think Nancy, I can't look to see who's watching, but if you're watching this, Nancy, Karen, if she hasn't already reached out to you, she will reach out to you the next day or so you guys can figure out how you're going to connect. What else can I say about that? It should be a really fun day. We're not doing just cards, we're doing crafts, and Karen's very crafty, so you can imagine she's got a few really good tricks up her sleeve. Okay, that was one announcement. What was the other announcement? I guess it really was more of an announcement for me, because I'm excited. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow, but it could be Wednesday now that I'm saying this announcement. The demonstrators at Stampin' Up! Get to see the newest mini catalog, the holiday mini catalog that's coming out, and I'm very, very excited because I don't have a lot of holiday stamps left, so I'm excited to see what this year will bring. Last year they knocked it out of the park, so I'm hoping the same thing for this year. And then the other little tidbit of news is that I have officially begun hosting classes at my house in Hickson, Tennessee. And so my first class is the second weekend of August, and I already have, I think, 6 people signed up, so I'm very excited. And of the 6 people, 3 of them are new that have not stamped with me before, so that's really, and this is what I call a soft opening. I have not opened it up to the whole neighborhood. I just need to kind of go through the process and get a feel for how my house is going to lay out and stuff, the space and all that stuff before I put it out there for everyone to come to. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down, and we're going to get started on the card. You know the rules and regulations. Close your eyes because it's going to swing a little bit, not too much like it used to, thanks to my good sister Anne-Marie, who gave me this really cool tool. I am trying to move the mouse out of the way so it doesn't become part of the camera. Okay, I'm going down. 1, 2, 3. We're going down. Oh, too far. And then we're going around. There we go. So a few things still got in the way, but let's see if I can get this a little bit straighter. Okay, you know me and my shameless plug, trishnn.stampinup.net. Let me see who is out there. I'd like to first thank everyone for joining and greet people. Let me see if I can get this bigger. Hold on, you guys, now. Hopefully it won't get all crazy on me. Hey, Miss Mary and Miss Karen and Huckles. Good to see you guys. Hey, Nancy. So you got my message. And Angela, so good to talk to you today, girl. So good to talk to you. If anybody needs a really, really outstanding hairstylist and you live in Orlando, Angela, I don't know how to say Angela's last name. I should know, knowing my last name. I-N-S-C-H-O. She works at Ulta in the Winter Park Village. She is amazing. Amazing in all areas, but I'm going to say specifically color because that's where she shined with me. So I'm just putting a plug out there if anybody needs a really good stylist. And I love to say stylist, Angela, because I like to think, Kim Kardashian has a stylist. I could have a stylist. So I like to put that out there. Okay, who else is on here as I've chit-chatted? Hey, Miss Judy. Hey, Anna. Hey, Miss Peg. Good to see you. Oh, got lots of people. Well, thanks you guys for joining. Okay, so what are we doing tonight? Well, first, if you have any purchases that you need to make, go to trishan.stampinup.net. The other reason why you might want to go to my webpage is because it's full of samples. Not from me, people. You know, it's not me. This site is curated by Stampin' Up. So there's tons of beautiful samples if you're looking for ideas. Go to that webpage. Okay, that's that. Tonight we are going to make a card using this stamp set called Season of Chic. It also has a die. It's a bundle. It carried over from last year. I haven't used it very much, but it has fall, summer seashells, spring flowers, and then a snowflake, and it has all kinds of really beautiful sayings. So it's a really good versatile set. And I saw a card online that I fell in love with by a demonstrator, Mary Knabe. Knabe. I have no idea how to say her last name, but I don't feel bad because nobody can say my last name, so I feel like I get a little extra grace. But I want to give a shout out to Mary and thank her for her inspiration on my card. This card is actually one of the cards that we're going to be doing with my stampers in August, just to get a feel for their skill level, their interest and stuff. And we are in landlocked Tennessee, so we'll see how seashells go over. So that's that. So for colors tonight, I'm going to use a little variety. I'm going to be working with Petal Pink, Pecan Pie, and Azure Afternoon. So those are my colors that I'm going to be working with. You guys, this is Petal Pink. This is from when my inks sat on my window in Florida. If you guys remember, my inks pads were across my desk in front of my window, and that's how the sun faded it out. Yes, so you might want to not keep that in the sun. Definitely don't let your paper stay in the sun. That would be a bad thing. And then we are going to use one retired product, but and I feel a little bit guilty, but not too guilty, because it's been around for a long time, and we have others to replace it. I needed some kind of glittery paper, and so I'm using an older Celebration paper that I want to give a shout out to Julie for, to say thank you, because it was her generosity that I got the paper from. All right, so let's get this down here and get that flat. I like to get that flatter, I should say. Okay, now I'm going to put this to the side. That is the Azure Afternoon. That's a brand new color that Stampin' Up! Brought out this year. It's beautiful. It's very much makes me think of the ocean. But I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to sort of assemble my stamp and then assemble. So we're going to start with this layer right here. I'm going to start with, what color am I going to start with? Oh, my card is out of reach. All right. Sorry about that, people. I'm going to start with the Petal Pink. Now the reason I'm a little bit hesitant to make the card with my customers is because there's a lot of stamping off, and that's not a common first out of the chute technique, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how the ladies do, and we'll see. So I'm going to be using an ink stamp from the set, Season of Chic. I'm going to stamp off, get some ink on there first, stamp off, and put that in the middle. Like that. So these are going to be really subtle. And then I need to clean it off because I'm going to use it again. Sorry for my arm going over the video. Let's see if I can not have that happen again. That's not very attractive. See on all those freckles. Okay. But when I was little, they told me that freckles were a sign of beauty, and I'm just going to accept that as an adult. I didn't as a kid. I'm accepting it as an adult. I'm going to put this one here, and then we're going to, it's coming up pretty vibrant on my screen, but it's really pretty subtle on my page. That's why we're stamping off. So that's sort of the foundation of the card. And that was with the Afternoon Azure. Then we're going to take Pecan Pie, which again is another new color that came out this year with Stampin' Up. And there are 2 seashells in this stamp set. I think you can see them pretty good even if I hold it up close. So there's the outline, or what would make the outline of the shells, and then the inside shell. So it's another requirement of stamping off. And this is a good way to show you that you can use one ink pad and get 2 different colors. So that's kind of a cool technique. So I'm going to use the first one, which is the one I'm stamping off, and I'm going to stamp up here. And I think I needed to stamp off a little more. I'll stamp there. Yeah, that first one might not work. We'll see how that goes, and we'll put that one there. So that's the kind of the underlayer of the, oh, my computer just went blank. Hopefully I'm not blank with you guys. Okay, and then now on this one, where the seashell will give definition and outline, I will go straight down. I won't stamp off. Oh yeah, so you can see it really well. So do you see, you guys, how one ink stamped off really creates two colors? That was kind of sort of the thing that we did back in the day before there was two-step stamping. So that was kind of cool. You guys, I just have to tell you this. I'm sitting in my house, and there's people, a lot of people walk our neighborhood that live in the neighborhood, and people always stare into our house because we keep our window treatments up. And most people have those 2-inch mini blinds, so you can't really see into their houses. Well, I live in a fishbowl. It absolutely looks like a fishbowl. And I often wonder, what do people think when they're walking by and they see me in that fishbowl? Because it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. All right, one more thing I forgot, and that is back to the pecan pie. There's a splattering stamp in this set that I'm going to just give a little splatter to my card with. And I think right there is where I want to go. That's it. That's enough. Okay. So there is my card base, one layer. Now, as I said, you guys, there's dies with this. So I could have, if I wanted to, for dimension, I could have cut the dies. I could have cut the shells out and popped them up. So that would have kind of been a nice thing for dimension. So I didn't do that, but I could have done that. So this is the design, this is the DSP that I was talking about. It's from Celebration last year, and it's all sparkly and pretty, and it kind of sort of reminds me of sand, which is what caught my attention when I saw Mary doing this card. Oh, Mary, I feel so bad I don't know how to say your last name. All right, where is my glue? There is my glue. Okay, so let's move this to the side. We don't need that anymore. I'm going to give this a good run of glue here. Oh, I did a step too soon. Okay, that's all right. We need this anyway. Oops. We need this anyway, so I'm going to just put this along here so that we just have a small layer of the shiny paper at the end. Okay. That's good. We're going to use that, but we're going to use that later. Now we're going to take this paper, which is what I wanted to do, and I'm going to give it some glue, quite a bit actually, and I'm going to put it on the edge of this one. Try to get it even. All right, there's that. And then I'm going to have to trim it a tiny bit because I made it a little bit too long. So just flip it over, give it a little trim. Like that. There we go. All right, and now one more stamp and we're ready to assemble. And for stamping, we're going to, from that set, because like I said, you guys, there's a lot of really pretty cards in that set. From that set, we're going to stamp Thinking of You. It's a really pretty font, and we're going to stamp that again in the pecan pie. So we'll ink this up. And we will, I can't really see it, you guys. The glare from the light, so I don't know where it's going to come out. Let's see. Ah, pretty good. It's a little high, but it will definitely work, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to trim this off because, see, it's not even. I'm just going to trim that off like that. All right, that is that. And then I want to make a flag with that, and I'm not 100% sure if this punch is current. I did not check, but if it's not, you can make a flag super easy by just cutting down here and then trimming side to side. So it would be super easy to make a flag. So let's see if I have this in the center. I do. Boop. And there's that. And then I'm going to cut this off. Do I want to cut this at an angle? No, I want to cut this straight. Okay, so there's my Thinking of You. This is extra. We'll get that out of the way. So the reason I'm a little bit, don't have all the details of this card is because I have been going to my mother-in-law's a lot, helping with her, and her just getting home yesterday from the hospital. So I spent most of the weekend at the hospital, and then I spent quite a bit of last night, sort of getting them all settled in and stuff, and just visiting. And she just was so happy to be home, and I can certainly understand that. I'm sure that. So I went over today and then did a few things, and I just didn't have a lot of time after work to really get all the details of this card. So I apologize that I'm missing a few details, but you're getting the gist of it. So it's still all good. Okay, so that's going to be cattywampus like that. Then we're going to take this one, the stamped side, kind of give it quite a bit of glue on the sides, because on the side that touches this thing, it won't stay very well. So I need to kind of give it a little, quite a bit of glue. And it's just going to be a peek. You're just going to see a little peek of it, like that. Like that. And then we're going to take our tag and we're going to put that on with dimensionals. And let me find some dimensionals. Actually, I have these outlines, and that's even easier. I'm going to go like this. Take that, put that there. Now, I know this was a super easy, fast, quick card, because I had everything kind of all cut and ready to rock and roll. So, ooh, this just came off. Let me fix that, you guys. Hang on one second. My cardstock came off from the glitter paper, which I'm not surprised, because it's hard to get it to glue on there. Okay. All right, there we go. Isn't that pretty? No, it's crooked. Isn't it pretty? No, it's crooked. Let me see if I can get it on straighter. Maybe it's not crooked. Maybe let me see. That's good enough, right? That's good enough. For measurements, if you guys were interested, the blue, the Azure Afternoon, is just a standard half of a card base, 8.5 by 11, cut in half and scored. The the pastel pink is, let me see, it is 5 by 4, and this one is also 5 by 4. I couldn't remember, but that is what it is. And this is actually just a little bit under an inch, so I don't have the exact measurements on that. You just kind of play with that. And that is one of the cards that we're going to do in our landlocked state of Tennessee. So what do you think, you guys? All right, let me see. I can look up and say hello and see if anybody else joined in. Thanks, Anna, for the prayers. And I know I'm so bummed that you have to miss it too, Angela, but I know that you have to work, and I knew that would be the challenge. Wednesday, thanks. Karen is letting me know that on Wednesday, demonstrators can see the new catalog online, and then we can order from it August 1st or something like that. So we'll get to see some goodies. So I'm kind of excited. Gold is coming back this year. Oh, that's interesting to know. Karen's thinking it's going to be an online exclusive. So online exclusives means you go to my webpage, and then a banner will pop up and it'll say online exclusives. And online exclusives are stamps and bundles and paper and accessories that are not ever going to be in a catalog. They're while supplies last only, and StampinUP releases them every other month. So if you are looking for something that's not in the catalog, that could be something new and different, they're trying to make it such that it would be like allow them to react faster to the market. If something really cool comes out, that it will allow them to come out with that really faster than having to wait for the print catalog. So that's what Karen's talking about. Thanks, Judy. That's very sweet of you. I'm going to give it my best shot. All right, so that's the card for tonight, you guys. Like I said, in landlocked Tennessee, we'll see how this goes over. I may have them cut just one seashell out just to have the experience of using the cut and emboss machine and a die, but we'll see. We're just going to kind of play it by ear, because I still have two other cards to design and make. And I want them definitely to use an embossing folder, because that's like the wow of all wows. Everybody loves an embossing folder. And then a die. I just don't know what die exactly yet they're going to be using. So that is that. Speaking of Judy, I'll just put a shout out to her. Judy and her friend Shannon, who are just like two peas in a pod, they stamp together, I think, about every other Sunday, and they always send me pictures of the stuff they stamp, and they're beautiful. They do beautiful, beautiful work. But for whatever reason, and I don't even have an explanation, the cards that I got this Sunday really just spoke to me. So I already told Judy I'm definitely going to be borrowing those designs and sharing with you guys on Monday nights because they're so pretty. So I'm just putting that out there that we'll have some cards designed by Judy and Shannon in a couple weeks. Before I go, I wanted to show you a couple of cards I received in the mail this week. I want to start with this one. This is from Cindy Miller. Cindy Miller, we call her Tall Cindy because she also stamped with another Cindy Miller who has, in the fall, has passed away. So that was really hard for all of us. And but Cindy Miller goes to Karen's as well, and she sent me this hand-drawn and colored in card. It's gorgeous. And in case I doubted that it was hers, she puts this beautiful inscription on the back. Flower fun for you from me with love, Cindy. Isn't it beautiful? It is so happy. I had it out on my counter all day, all week that I've had it because it's so pretty. And then one other card I wanted to show you guys. So thank you, Cindy. I'm not sure you watch this video, but if you don't, you'll get some kind of notification from me about how much I appreciated your card. Then they have this card. Remember last week, you guys, I was showing you a card from my friend Carol that used to come to my classes, and her and her husband moved up to O'Brien, Florida. Carol is a math whiz, and she sent me this card. And check this out, you guys. Can you see Can you see what happens? I don't know how to hold it so you guys can see how it pops out. But it's the coolest card. And it's really pretty. Has she put paper under here? It's really pretty. Now, she shared that she got inspired by this card by another friend of ours, Janet. So the whole troop, I mean, everybody is growing and sharing, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. So I wanted to just give a shout out to Carol because it's another really cool card. Carol blesses me with cards pretty frequently, and I'm very grateful at how generous she is with her time and with cards that she shares. So, all right, that's it for tonight, my friends. Remember that around here that we make it and we mail it. I miss you guys as always. Love you guys. And I forgot to remind you guys, on Saturday the 29th, I think it is. I think it's the 29th. We will be doing Zoom at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yep, it's the 29th, 10 o'clock in the morning. I will send out a link on Friday. And for that Zoom class, you just need a piece of designer series paper. 6 by 6 is plenty. And then from that designer series paper, you want to pick out 2 more colors. So your base card and a layer, and then you'll add another layer that can be the same as the base card. Does that make sense? And I'll give you all the measurements. We're going to cut together. We're going to do it all together on Saturday during Zoom. If you're not interested in making cards, just come and visit because I would love to see you. We only Zoom about 45 minutes to an hour at the most, so it's not a big time commitment, but we do have a lot of fun, and I love seeing everybody. So that's my last announcement. I forgot to announce about my Zoom thing. All right, you guys, remember, make it and mail it. Have a really good week. I miss you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.